canceled. He was they wouldn't let him attend certain events. He would get boycotted and stuff like that. To kind of get y'all talking. Did y'all hear about the did any of y'all watch the video about they were talking about there was a leaked thing from the Supreme Court that was saying they're basically ready to overturn Roe versus Wade?
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't watch the video, but I was on the phone with my wife, and she was looking at the video somebody had posted on Instagram about it.
And what have I been screaming for the longest? And I've been saying this for the longest that I think this is coming, bro. Like I said, I feel like we're going backwards, and I feel like they're gonna overturn Roe versus Wade. Like ever since Amy Coney Barrett was confirmed, that's when I knew they were gonna do it. That was the moment when they asked her, when they were trying to confirm her. They asked her straight up, so if Roe versus Wade comes up, are you gonna overturn it? And she started wiggling around it, and she was all like, well, I'm gonna uphold the Constitution, and I'm gonna do my job as best I can do, or whatever, blah 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 blah. I heard, yes, I'm gonna overturn Roe versus Wade. What the fuck? What you think they put me here for? That's why they picked her. Because it's perfect, because she's a female. You know what I'm saying? So that's the argument a lot of people are going to make. They're going to be like, okay, well, women's rights, because that's what this is really about. It's about women's health, women's rights, women's autonomy. You know what I'm saying? So what they're going to say is they're going to say, well, she's a woman. So look, it's a woman and she doesn't agree with abortion. So look, there's plenty of women out there that don't agree with it. That's it. She's perfect. You know what I'm saying? But her history is she basically come from a cult. And they're very patriarchal. Like she's like a mouse. The where she comes from, they don't, they are hard on women. Anyways, y'all go ahead. Go ahead. Comments.
Yeah. You got me triggered just like we was in that very show. Well, because we're not even talking about actually I guess my comments is just the fact that I guess the same as it was when we had this show, because it's like maybe it wasn't going backwards. Maybe it was a good thing that it happened. It's just that people are so used to throwing away lives that it's just become a common thing, and now we should always do it from here on out. Maybe it never should have been done in the first place, but that's it. I got triggered. My bad.
Hey, one of those topics. Go ahead.
The thing is, it's a very hot topic and stuff like that. But when it comes down to brass tacks and I don't care about your feelings, this is the way it is. Roe versus Wade is a great compromise. I think it should have been left alone. However, it is not a constitutional issue, and therefore the overturning of it was proper.
Yes, it was. That was my argument.
However, if you really want to call me a villain for saying that, I'm going to turn around and go, in the 50, 60 years, however long it has been since Roe versus Wade was done, where the fuck were you not making it a constitutional amendment?
Right. And that's because what they're gonna.
That would make it that. Excuse me, sorry, didn't mean to cut you, but that is the real issue right there.
Well, and I don't think that it was really brought about because, I mean, look, a lot of the facts that came out was the fact that it never should have been, because maybe a different case could have brought it about and made it stand better, but it was a lie. She lied. What happened to her, what she say happened to her, never happened. So it was a case that should have never even went to court or any level of court. But the thing is okay, just because women can do it, don't mean that they should be able to do it just all willy nilly because they decide, oh, I don't like this dude now, or he, he ain't got the money I thought he had, so I'm just gonna abort. Like, no, like
Well,
we
see,
got to be
that's the
more.
whole idea. It was supposed to be bringing about it being legal for purposes when it's to
Necessary.
make it safe, needed,
Yeah,
and seldom. It wasn't supposed to be a passport ticket to, oops,
yeah. Like this is the
you
new
know.
contraceptive. Hey, you can take it as far as you need to take it. You don't have to worry about condoms. You don't have to worry about any other, like the 10 or 20 other things that you can do before he gets there. No, wait till you have a life brewing in your belly, and then now you can go and
Well, that's
terminate it.
that's why it was pushed on the brothers community more because, no offense, amongst that community, the use of condoms is very, very, shall we say,
Slim to none.
yeah, I don't know what to say, frowned
Look
upon as
here,
much as I ain't gonna do that shit because that's what I hear more than anything. I
look
hear the
here,
men
Tracy.
saying I ain't gonna more than the women saying.
Look here, Tracy Morgan said it best. If you ain't willing to die for it, you don't need
Stupid, bro. But I get the argument of the extremism because we were arguing in forever on this abortion topic, and I get the argument of the extremism with it because you got like the pill that you can take like day after or whatever it is week, however.
And I've got no problem with those.
You got the
But those are
pill. You got
horrid,
the
horrid. You take a few of those, you don't need to worry about taking them no more because your shit's gonna shrivel up.
So
what you talking?
like
And if you
those.
need to take it that often, maybe it should.
So that's why I appreciate Doc being here in this conversation because bringing it home as far as like originally it was never intended to be used in the way that it's used today, but all about health, and safety,
Yeah, because there was girls going in there with clothes hangers and paying people to do stuff that was just not gonna, like, people were dying for trying to
Dude,
do it.
they would
So
throw
they
themselves downstairs.
yeah.
They
So
would go over to get friends to kick them in the stomach repeatedly over and over.
yeah.
I mean, this is stuff. I've talked to my mom about this from the 50s and stuff, and she was telling me about some of that crazy stuff. And I'm telling you, I'm not on the side of hey, abortion's for everyone and stuff like that. But I think Roe versus Wade was a very good compromise in giving someone enough time to make that decision
But it was
as
abused.
to, you know, yes.
Yeah, but it was abused, and I think that was one of the reasons why both the
Well, it
left and the
became,
right.
like you said, it became birth control, not population, or it became, I don't know how to put that one, but it's birth control instead of population control. All the original people were trying to do was put some population control so the dark communities didn't get bigger.
Let's be careful on this one.
Because it was both, but
Notice my
you know,
wording and phrasing has changed on stuff like that.
Yeah.
yeah, but
I've been studying.
yeah, but I mean, but that's the whole thing, and
They can hate me, but not
personally,
pump me for it.
yeah, me
Yeah.
personally, I'm against it wholeheartedly, unless you are having complications or there's going to be something that's going to cause you some harm to you or the child.
Yeah.
To
My mom was
like
going about
that's something that I'm
transgenders and
like,
all kinds of people would
you
they'd
should
come
be able
over,
to.
and some friends come over and just kick them in the stomach. And,
Oh, yeah, but no, okay, he muted. Yeah, but no, but yeah. So I mean, if it's gonna hurt some, the mother or the child at any given time, and that's what needs to happen, okay, cool. But like the whole thing is we're humans. We can think, we can act. We don't have to act like animals. We can, we can choose to, what I'm saying, do differently. So with us having that ability, we shouldn't be overusing that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We do have it, but when you start to overusing it, and
With
then
great power comes great responsibility.
which no
yeah,
one owns.
Let me play some more of
All right.
this. Let me play some more of this. What y'all got to say about it? I got to fix my chair. Give me a second. I'll be back.
there ain't really much for me to talk about. I mean,
I personally think that it is much deeper than just women's rights. I think that, to me, I'm seeing this and I'm thinking, okay, we have declining birth rates in the US. We have to be able to keep up our economy. They want a good, sustainable working class, and they don't think that our generation and generations after us are going to give us that working class. So I'm seeing it as they need workers. They need to, they're scrambling because of these declining birth rates. And they find that our generation, Gen Z and millennials, aren't having birth and are choosing to abstain from pregnancies and having children. And that's a really big problem. And so I think this was, like you said, a long time coming when they confirmed Amy and Brett. But I think it's in a greater picture of how they want the U.S. to be and how they're setting up the U.S. for the future.
yeah.
Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, that's very. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think with that point that she made, I think she's totally missing it because I mean, if it was about you abstaining, they would try to give you a different outlook of, they wouldn't be taking away birth control, taking away abortion if it was because people were just choosing not to have pregnancy. They were having pregnancies, they was having abortions, and they felt like that would be the way, at least one way to limit the amount of what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if it was mainly everybody's choosing not to have kids, they would maybe, give you an incentive. Hey, y'all have some kids, blah, blah, blah. We'll give you this, or, it'll be something else that they would offer.
Yeah, but you can ask the kids now, the younger generation right now, ask them if they want to have children. A lot of them are saying no. And it's because of the way the world is, especially, here in the United States, like, and you can look at the charts. There's charts that show how a country develops, and as their population kind of staves off, once they get to a certain level, they stop having so many children.
See, a lot of people say, "Oh, bad world, all that," But I'm also, the way I look at it, I'm looking at it from a different thing. I'm like, isn't it the best time to raise dragon slayers?